Why, hello there. This is one of the rare serious videos. Why? I just want to know why. This video I'd like to directly aim at any active TikTok power users over the age of 18. I simply just want to know why. What is the purpose of it all? What's your ulterior motive? For those of you who don't know, and I know none of you don't know, every single one of you fucking knows what TikTok is. Kids being born these days know TikTok before their fucking alphabet. It's the biggest thing on the planet. It's apparently worth like $600 billion. It's insane. It's fucking insane how big it is. But is it really? Jackson and I have been speculating, fucking tinfoil hatting it, and just really trying to wrap our heads around, can this actually be legitimate? I understand the appeal to a younger demographic. That I get, to a certain extent. I would never have used it when I was a kid. I don't see why younger people find it cool, but I understand that it's geared towards that demographic. But then you have like the people my age and older. You have fucking geriatrics patients doing the whip and nay to the I want to be Tracer, I'm already Genji, I'd butt fuck Diva, oh Nerf Bastion. I just don't get it. I'm trying to understand. At 24, that's how old I am. 24 is not that old, but in 2018 it feels fucking ancient. I feel like a goddamn fossil. I already don't understand most of mainstream music. I don't get the appeal of listening to something that sounds like a highly distorted wet fart into a plastic trash can with some horrible lyricism thrown on it about like fucking flexing and staying lit. It's baffling. But TikTok is the biggest enigma of them all. I would sooner understand string theory and prove it before I understood the appeal of TikTok and the scale. I truly just don't understand it. I'm gonna go ahead and blast your assholes here with some fine TikTok trends real quick that I'm certain all of you have already seen because thousands of YouTubers shit on them ad nauseum daily. It's the lowest hanging fruit on the internet. I'm not brave by asking the question or insulting TikTok, but someone's gotta fucking pose this directly to the people. You older generation that are making TikTok content, your TikTok queefs. Why? You use the internet, you see the insults on YouTube, you don't make this shit ironically, it doesn't seem. Are you getting paid by TikTok to make this? I feel like you are. I feel like they're inflating their numbers by paying up-and-coming actors to overact this shit and try and get trends to catch on. That's just speculation. I can't prove that. Don't take me to court, TikTok. It's not slander. It's not libel.
In your ears and make the la la sound.
Hit or miss, I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet he does he kiss ya? He go,
I'll be Tracer.
I'm already Tracer.
What about Widowmaker?
I'm already Widowmaker.
I'll be Bastion.
Nerf Bastion.
You're right, so Winston.
I wanna be Winston.
I guess I'll be Genji.
I'm already Genji.
Then I'll be McCree.
I already chose
That was inspiring, right? Makes you want to crank that soldier boy, hit the stanky leg, and have your father film it for that TikTok clout, don't it? I just don't understand it. The biggest thing that really confuses me and makes me skeptical of the entire platform is the numbers on them. Any TikTok page you click on is going to have millions of fans. Old Pop Wiggle Wiener down over there at his barn making fucking barnyard rodeo TikTok videos probably has like 10 million followers. And that's on the low end of the TikTok fame side. The sheer numbers on that platform are so unbelievable that I genuinely have a hard time believing them. It's incredible. Every video you click on, millions of likes. Hundreds and thousands of comments that are typically just one emoji, the fire emoji. If you read the reviews on TikTok, there's some people pointing out fake reviews, and there's some really suspicious reviews on there that are just like, this is lit, fire. This is cool, fire, fire. This is amazing, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Mom left dad again, and I don't think she's coming back, but I have TikTok, exclamation point, fire. It's weird, it's fishy. Just a little bit on how a brand new service, pretty much, is as big as it is. Every government in the world could collectively come together and say, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we're giving away $10,000 for free to every single one of you citizens out there that download this specific app, the We Heart Government app, and that app would have less downloads than TikTok. I just don't get it. So I want this. Yeah, I don't know what I want from this. I don't know. No TikTok user is going to publicly talk about why they use TikTok, I don't think. Thank you, Tetra. No TikTok user is going to come out and say why they use it or how much they're being paid by TikTok to use it, because it's unethical. And that'd ruin the credibility of TikTok as a platform, so I understand why they won't. But I'm on to you, TikTok. I was the one that fucking discovered your shitty platform on YouTube. I was the one that started shitting on you. I am the patient zero of shitting on TikTok. Everyone else is simply just another victim of being exposed to the outbreak. But I was the one who dove in to your fungal infected cesspool of shit content and really weird predatory shit and shit on it first. That was me. And now I'm coming back to finish the rim job. I'm closing the book on it. So please, if you or a loved one or someone you know suffers from creating horrible TikTok content, please get help. Tell us why. Admit it. Please, just explain it to me. I have to understand. It's fucking 5 a.m. I don't even know why I bothered making this. Just fucking having cold sweats at 5 a.m. thinking about TikTok and its popularity and how I'm not cool because I don't use it, I guess. But I need to know. I have to understand. I just really can't fathom a universe where this generation is going to look back on TikTok 50 years from now fondly and be like, yeah, that was some good shit. That was TikTok before it took over the, global government. They used to be such a humble platform full of great things, and now they rule the earth. I just can't imagine people would ever think TikTok is as cool as it appears to be. It doesn't appear to be cool. That's not what I'm looking for. I just can't imagine that people actually unironically use TikTok for the most part, and that it's as big as it seems. I just don't fucking get it, man. It just makes no fucking sense to me. Alright, see ya. Please, let us take a moment of silence for the YouTubers that now post on TikTok. Thank you. It's like a fucking ASPCA commercial. It's weird, everyone on YouTube collectively took fat shits on Musical.ly, but now with TikTok, wait a second. Can call that home. Everyone's going to TikTok. No disrespect for any YouTubers, anyone that does post on TikTok. It's just not my cup of cum. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's probably the second most humorless place on the planet, second only to Reddit. And it's just a barren wasteland of fun. Going through your parents' divorce is more fun than going through TikTok, at least in my opinion. I think it's all bad on there. And to showcase that, I'm going to show you some of the most popular trends going on right now that I was able to find. So let's dive right in. Bravo, that was a fun TikTok for everyone to enjoy, especially the janitor, the worker that's going to have to go and clean that up because your affluent ass definitely isn't going to be bothered to do it. That really kind of sums up the comedy on TikTok. This will be hilarious, just pouring this liquid into the glass until it overflows and gets on the floor and makes someone else clean it up. Yeehaw, baby, rebellious 9-year-olds for the win, except I'm 24 years old and I have a kid and I'm really trying my best to be famous on the internet. Better do this challenge on TikTok. So you'll never guess the name of this one. It's called the Spill the Drink Challenge, and there's music that plays, but I can't play it because it's a copyrighted song, but it says, hose, and that's while they're pouring it the whole time, and it's drawn out. The shit is genius. A fucking masterpiece. A beautiful challenge, just doing it right there in the middle of McDonald's, making sure to get everyone in the crowd involved, getting water or Sprite on everyone, which is exactly what you want when you're just going about your day, trying to get some cheap-ass food. Yep, that's what I want, to feel like my feet are getting pissed on. Great stuff. To be fair, this is the only one of this challenge I saw that was done in a public location. Everything else was staged with their family or their friends in their own house and using water or Coke for the most part. So this was just a real pioneer who decided to take it to the next level and do it in public and make everyone uncomfortable and be a public nuisance for the internet clout. I'm not going to play any more from this challenge because you get the idea. Every single one is just staring at the camera and overfilling a glass. It's fucking awful. Let's move on to a different one.
You're so bad. And baby, I want you so bad, yeah. You're so bad, yeah. And baby, I want you so bad. You're so bad. And baby, I want you so bad, yeah. You're so bad, yeah. And baby, I want you so bad.
I should have warned you to come in here with a change of panties, because we're all getting wet with this challenge. This is the You So Bad, I Want You So Bad challenge. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't put butterflies in my nutsack. Man, what a confidence booster. It's like, damn, all these dudes looking at me like this, saying they want me, that I'm so bad, and they want me bad. Like, god damn.
You so bad, and baby, I want you so bad, yeah. You so bad, yeah. And baby, I want you so bad.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, those are children. Those are kids. I feel like even having watched this clip in the middle of a compilation puts me on a list. I also don't really know when Bass Pro Shop became like acceptable fashion. When I was growing up, the only time you'd ever see anyone in Bass Pro Shop gear is if they were kissing their sister and 40 years old with a beer belly. I can't imagine kids now are wearing Bass Pro Shop merch, but hats off to Bass Pro Shop for breaking into a younger demographic.
You so bad, and baby, I want you so bad, yeah. You so bad, yeah. And baby, I want you so bad.
There's no greater mystery in this world than the one that you see before you. How do you get more than one person to be in your shitty TikTok? How does no one along the way say, hey guys, this sucks. Why are we doing this? This is embarrassing. Why is there no sense of shame when it comes to TikToks? I'm always surprised when there's more than one person in a TikTok. I get why one delusional person might think it's a good idea, you know, fucking biting on their lip and lip syncing and shit. I get that. But when you bring in like 3 other people, how does not one of them say, this is dumb. This sucks shithole. But hats off to them. You got 3 dudes gathered around with their red Solo cup trying to give the illusion that they're drinking alcohol, but they're clearly under 21, clearly under 18, so they're most likely just in there with fruit punch or root beer. And then you have one dude dance around the back. I mean, even scripting that and telling your friends what you're going to do, how does no one just say, no thank you, this is embarrassing? But whatever, a group TikTok effort, very popular, hats off to them, they're having fun. I feel like such a fucking boomer shitting on new generation entertainment, but I just don't get it. I don't know who's scrolling through TikTok, stops on this one, gets a big old smile on their face and leaves it a heart. Like, there's no joke there. I hate when the joke is the song or like a goofy dance. I hate that. I fucking hate it. That is my least favorite form of comedy. Big on Instagram, big on TikTok, was big on Musical.ly, which is TikTok. Just not for me. We'll move on from this challenge, though, and go to another doozy. Another real banger of a challenge.
I'm a man of God. Do you smell that? They're coming. We got dust. No way. I'm a man of God.
This is a challenge that I guess is there for people that are on TikTok to look at girls, but I have to wonder who goes on TikTok to look at girls. What the fuck is the point of that when the internet exists? There's millions and millions of girls on the internet doing all kinds of crazy shit. You can find pretty much anything to suit your degenerate taste. Brazilian fart porn if you're into that. You can watch a girl put Fruit Loops into her gaping asshole while another girl puts a spoon in there and eats them out. You can watch a girl put golf balls into another girl's gaping asshole. There is anything. The sky is the limit. Why go on TikTok? Why roll those dice? Those girls could be 14 years old, you fucking weirdos. It just makes no sense. I don't know who's going on TikTok to look at girls. I thought TikTok was supposed to be for like humor and shit, but it's clearly not because there is no humor. It's fucking awful. Let's keep going.
Catbug! I need a bath.
Yeah?
Some yogurt.
Yeah?
And a place to go. Duty!
If that's not illegal, it certainly should be soon. Well, I think this has been enough to make my point. There is nothing good on TikTok at all, unless you're like a predator, maybe. I just don't get it. I never really thought I'd reach the age where I didn't understand new stuff. Like growing up, I was always like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That'll never happen. I'll always be with the times and understanding everything and being able to partake in technology and shit. But now, I totally fucking see it. I get why boomers don't understand how to use a fucking cell phone. I get it. I am finally at a point where I just don't understand something that younger people like. It's a fucking sad feeling. Getting old. And it's gonna happen to you too if you're young and watching this. Don't think that it's only boomers. It's gonna be you too, you fucking loser. You're also going to get to the point where you're like, oh my god, what is the younger generation doing? This makes no sense to me. It's gonna happen. I definitely see it just being a natural order of things now. I get it. And it sucks. Also, TikTok fucking sucks. But you know what? It's not me. It's not boomers that are the problem. It's the younger generation with shit taste. TikTok sucks. It's bad. That's it. See ya. I've told a lot of really embarrassing stories from my past. I'm not shy about it. I'm not afraid to spread my cheeks and let you all get deep in there into some really pathetic and shameful moments of my life. However, there's one moment, and it's really recent too, that has been so shameful I've debated making it public because this is something I've talked about. I did something that I absolutely hate, but I did it for the sake of science. Not that that washes away the sin, and you'll see what I mean. It's TikTok. I've been shitting on TikTok for an extremely long time, before it was even born, back when it was still Musical.ly. I'm like the fucking T-1000 Terminator going back in time to kill John Connor before he was born. I did that with Musical.ly. I tried to fucking kill Musical.ly before it evolved into this even more deplorable platform called TikTok. And one thing I always make clear is that I think becoming famous on TikTok is the easiest shit in the world if you follow the main trends. And I still believe that, but when doing this experiment, my experiment was I was going to make a persona on TikTok and pursue the TikTok clout, climb my way to the top of the swamp, overthrow the greats like Charlie D'Amelio, so then I'd cement my place in next year's Super Bowl halftime performance, shaking my hairy ass right alongside Jennifer Lopez, all by just following and exactly copying what they do, what's popular on TikTok. But the problem was, it was too shameful and I fucking quit. I wasn't going to even share this story just because I didn't complete it and it's just so goddamn embarrassing. But another YouTuber did the exact same experiment I did, but did it much better. This is from Scott. He was more successful at it and he had a much better approach and committed harder than I did, so props to him for that. He chose much easier things to emulate. He chose, the shit that's relatable, where you choose names at random and then people that have those names like your shit and it goes viral that way. I chose to directly copy Charlie D'Amelio, who's a dancer on TikTok that posts anywhere from 10 to 25 videos per day. Anytime she would do a dance, I would copy it exactly to the best of my ability, and my ability sucked some fat fucking asshole. My dogs probably could have done more impressive dance moves than I was able to muster. The only experience I have with dancing is in my high school years, where I used to try and learn to break dance and use it to impress girls, but it didn't work because I was so shitty at it. I just looked like a psychopath or some loose cannon that was missing his medication. So my dancing fucking sucked. It didn't take off for obvious reasons. But anyway, let me show you my TikTok. This is a tough pill to swallow, but yes, this is me, without any semblance of pride or shame. I came up with my alter ego Shade. I thought It's Shade here would be a hit with the younger demographic because the name is fucking raw, it's fucking dope. That shit just sounds lit for young people to say. Plus, I also created a little mystery. I covered my face for the most part. I had a little beanie on, and I had that, bandana across my face. I thought the mystery would be great. Like the masked magician, who's doing all these crazy tricks? Or Buckethead, the guitarist, who's shredding the guitar like a motherfucking angel? I thought that would be me on TikTok. And I think it could have been if I had chose something easier to emulate and, didn't feel any semblance of remorse from doing this awful, awful, awful garbage. Now, I did this in mid-December of 2019, and my New Year's resolution for 2020 was just to give the fuck up on this experiment because it's so embarrassing. So I haven't done it in a long time now, and I only did it for maybe a week-ish. But anyway, hope you got a box of tissues out. You're going to need those bad boys. Let's check out my first TikTok here from Shade.
It's really you, my mind. Both sides of the cloud. Both sides. It's really
Pretty good content, I would say. I did not freestyle that. That was directly ripped from how Charlie D'Amelio did it at the time. I even tried to emulate the same way they talk on TikTok, so I had a little caption, "There's so much more than meets the eye." You know, I mean, who doesn't like Transformers, right? You know what I fucking mean? That's some like pseudo-intellectual deep shit for like a 13-year-old that goes on Reddit sometimes. I thought maybe they'd read that and be like, wow, you're right. Maybe there is a lot more under that mask. Who is that? Could that be the legendary Dave Grohl? So anyway, I also used the hashtag So Misunderstood because it was popular at the time. It got 400 views, and doing absolutely nothing but copying. So really, the first dipping of my wiener tip here into the TikTok cesspool was pretty successful, I would say. It wasn't bad. It could have been better. I also did black and white for all of the videos to try and carve out my own little aesthetic for Shade, which I don't think did it any favors. I don't think people like anything at all that goes against the grain. So that was probably just a bit of a misstep on my part to make Shade a little more unique.
I just wanna bop that beat, hop up in the Jeep, put a little bitch in drive, fuck my 9 to 5, disappear for weeks.
Yeah, those are the moves that'll make you want to kiss your mother just to thank her for giving birth to you so you could exist in a time period where I'm able to bust some ass like that. Yeah, for sure. Also, I should go ahead and say this. I apologize to all 20 of the Shade fans. I've played you like a fiddle. You had no idea you were simply numbers in a scientific experiment from a mastermind. Ha. You fools. Shade was made up all along. It was me. Fuck. It's so goddamn embarrassing. Even just going through this TikTok here is sad. Like, the amount of times I've debated with myself to delete it, but then I'm like, no, Charlie, you should come back to this at some point. Shade needs to ride again. And then, like the angel on my shoulder is like, no, Charlie, don't listen to the devil. You really don't want Shade to ride again. Nobody does. I mean, fucking Shade is like one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. If Shade's out here making TikToks, something has gone awry in the world.
I love you and I wish I never did. I swear to God, you stupid bitch.
I still bear the scars from the Shade experiment. Like Scott in his video, each TikTok only took a matter of 30 seconds to a minute to make. It wasn't a whole lot of effort, and it wasn't a total failure given how many I made and how much I put into it. I can chalk up the lack of explosion and the reason why Shade wasn't number 1. I can chalk it up to 3 key components. Number 1, I chose something that I suck asshole at, dancing. I chose an area that I have not the smallest bumblebee's pubic hair's worth of skill in. So that was a huge turnoff for a lot of people, I imagine, who are used to like really fluid moves and shit, where I come in there like the fucking Tin Man trying to rock and rumble with the youngins, so that already was the wrong choice. Number 2, I didn't show my face. On TikTok, that's probably one of the biggest components. Everyone's face is there, and they're used to seeing that, so by covering it up, I feel like that only shot myself in the foot. There was no one else on the platform that I could see that had their shit covered. And number 3, and probably the most important now that I think about it, in fact, absolutely the most important, the number 1 thing that I fucked up on, I didn't stick my tongue out. That is the most important thing on TikTok. If you go to anyone's TikTok, any popular person's page, they're sticking their tongue out like they're performing cunnilingus on a ghost. It is all over the place, and it is fucking disturbing because it's like 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds doing these weird lip bites and tongue out kind of shit. It's fucking gross, but you are not going anywhere on TikTok if you're not willing to stick that tongue out. And I wasn't able to do that because that would require me taking off part of the costume, which I wasn't going to part with. Those were the main things that I feel I failed at with Shade. So I noticed that emulating the dances wasn't working, so I tried coming up with my own dances to maybe start a trend in a certain way.
Not hard like 88, make a bitch levitate, baby face says bitch, I don't play patty cake, charms in the carrot cake, carrots in the patty face, cop a new coupe, no top, this is category. Coming out hard like 88, make a bitch levitate, baby face says bitch, I don't play patty cake, charms in the carrot cake, carrots.
Pretty exciting stuff. If Dancing with the Stars is in need of a new choreographer on set, I'm available for the right price. So what you saw there, I'll go ahead and break the moves down. You saw some body waves. You saw you saw a little arm action going on there, into a jerk, which is footstep moves into the SpongeBob walking on the beach, which was all the rage when I was in middle school. So I really thought the SpongeBob might be my ticket to the big leagues in TikTok. It wasn't, though. But I'll tell you what was. When I realized that wasn't working, I did some other really low effort trends which also didn't work, but the number one thing that did work for me in my most viewed TikTok, magic tricks. I fucking called upon the spirit of Chris Angel and used some shit I learned from him on TikTok, and the fucking kids loved that. If any Hollywood celebrities are in need of a magician for a birthday party, I'm available for the right price. So that, while was more successful than the dancing, still wasn't quite what I was looking for. So I gave it one last ooh-rah with the most shameful video I ever made and decided to hang my hat up.
I miss my taco, but in kisses, hope you smile when you listen. Ain't no competition, just competing for attention. Do you like?
And some real pitiful stuff, I know. That was Shade's last ooh-rah on TikTok, and let me tell ya, I don't think he's coming out of retirement anytime soon. TikTok has confirmed, trying this experiment has confirmed everything I felt about TikTok. What a piece of shit. The amount of terrible content I looked through to just emulate these dances, because you click on a song and you see just fucking thousands and thousands, just awful, terrible, disturbing, gross, just shit, derivative shit. It's literally the same exact video and same dance moves repeated across thousands of accounts daily. And even Charlie D'Amelio, in her 25 videos per day, will post the exact same dance at 8 in the morning, and then post it again at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. The same dance, the same moves, the same song. Like, I don't really get it. And, well, I just don't think I ever really will. But, hey, we gave it a fucking try with Shade, and I feel I could have done it if only I'd committed harder. That's about it. So yeah, forget everything you think you know about shitty shows. I'm about to introduce you to something that'll open your third eye, you'll achieve enlightenment, and I'll reveal the truth behind the word shit. Big Bang Theory? That looks like a masterpiece in comparison to what I'm about to show you here. This is a hospital show that is entirely composed of TikTok stars acting alongside some people that they found on Fiverr. It's called Attaway General. I'm always blown away by how talentless TikTok stars are, and this sets a whole new level that I didn't even think was achievable. This is like quantum talentlessness. It's fucking crazy to me how bad this show is. I've only watched one episode because I don't want to spoil myself. I'm not just going to binge on it and then run out of Attaway General while I'll be like fucking scratching at my neck like a meth addict waiting for my next fix of the Attaway General show. So I've only seen one episode, and I'd like to go over it with all of you here because it really is something special.
Today's premiere of Attaway General is brought to you by Just Dance 2020. The game is honestly so much fun, and I can't wait to play with my entire family.
Nothing says quality quite like the opening seconds being dedicated to an ad. I've never played Just Dance. Maybe it is a game that I'd enjoy too and want to play with my entire family. Just fucking boogie down, cut the rug, and get wild on some Just Dance to some good old boner jams, you know? Hopefully they have Skynut on Just Dance. I'm not quite sure the catalog, but yeah, maybe it's a great game. But I didn't tune into a complex narrative, story-driven, high-octane character piece show like Attaway General to dance. I'm here to feel, I'm here to cry, I'm here to smile, I'm here to get emotionally invested in these characters.
Yes, babysitting, great.
That's right, Georgia. Make them feel seen, heard, comforted, whatever they need. Got a problem with that? Get an MD. Any questions? Jack.
Yeah, what time do we get off?
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that.
This is our main cast right here. As you've likely guessed, they are all TikTok stars, and it centers around these 4 volunteers as they go about their days in the ER. 2 of them don't want to be there at all, and the other 2 are excited to be there. So you got really unique character traits clashing right now between the people that want to be there and the people that don't want to be there. It's already off to a fiery start. Also, I do hope you enjoy that royalty-free song in the background, because that's the only music you're ever going to hear in this entire episode. Apparently they only bought the rights to that one royalty-free song, because that motherfucker is looping constantly in this episode. Every single second of this entire episode has that song playing in the background. It's like listening to the same Facebook cooking video on repeat.
Jack and Rosie, you guys can help me upstairs with lunches. Kit and Georgia, there's a new shipment of donated toys in the shed.
Well, I can see why they call this room the shed.
Come on, the faster we finish, the faster we can go do something real.
We've been here 5 seconds.
Studies show we form lasting impressions about others within seconds of meeting. So I can't be with you in a closet when I meet Dr. Henry. Seriously? You're his daughter? You're so lucky and you don't even know it.
You're giving me the impression I don't want to be in the same room as you.
This entire show feels like a skit from the Amanda Bynes show, the Amanda Show. So, they're given some chores. Kit and Georgia are sent to the shed to get some shit. In the shed, it's revealed that Georgia is the daughter of renowned Dr. Henry. Of course, as we all know, Dr. Henry's done some fine work. In fact, they credit Dr. Henry with discovering the human erection, so Dr. Henry's a big deal, and she is his daughter, and she doesn't really like Dr. Henry that much, but Kit loves Dr. Henry and can't wait to meet him. So there's a lot of plot going on right now, a lot of exposition happening in this shed here, and the writing is superb. The writing in Attaway General is second to none. It feels like it's written by Tommy Wiseau if he was overdosing on Xanax.
If you're so advanced, why don't you go scrub in? Leave me be.
Maybe I will.
I really don't understand what Georgia is so angry about. All Kit was saying is, hey, you're the daughter of Dr. Henry, that's pretty cool. And then Georgia gets real upset about it, tells her to get the fuck out of here and go scrub in, alright? Leave me here, I'm gonna read a magazine. As if anyone's read a magazine for the last 20 years.
So, why did you volunteer to work at a hospital?
I got arrested. Beats juvie.
What the fuck did you get arrested for, Jack? Stealing Robux? You don't exactly look like some hardened criminal.
What about you?
I just love to help people.
For real?
Helping people? Yeah, what a fucking loser, am I right, Jack? You see Jack's face? I mean, seriously? That's for real? I mean, did you hear? Jack got arrested. He stole 3 packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards from a Walmart. This guy is a bad boy. He is bad to the bone. He doesn't understand what helping people is about. Are you kidding me? It's fucking foreign concept. It makes no sense. He can't even wrap his head around it. The writing in this show is, it's like it's written by someone not of this world.
Oh, jeez.
Jack might very well be the best actor I've ever seen. A lot of people are saying Attaway General is the worst show ever made. Is it the worst show ever made? No. Is it the best show ever made? Probably. And Jack carries it, as you can see here, you know. I don't know what happened here. I guess a pimple got popped on the glass, and you saw Jack, oh jeez. And then he busts out into some hearty laughter, some good old belly laughs. This show just makes no fucking sense. It can't do anything right, or even close to anything right. This isn't explained, by the way, what the fuck happened here. It's just, oh geez, somebody come shot at the glass again. Ha ha ha. Oh geez.
She took me back here forever ago, and she hasn't come back yet.
Sorry, but it's really busy right now. There's been a huge accident.
I know. I was in it.
Oh, that must have been...
Yeah, I got pretty lucky. I'm a little worried right now because I'm losing a lot of blood.
Okay, and what about it, pussy, huh? The doctors don't seem concerned about it. What are you? You a medical professional? Who are you to pull away a volunteer who very well could have been doing some great work fetching things in the shed? Now you've halted the entire development of the hospital. Now everything's come to a screeching halt because you're selfish, because you're bleeding out. Alright? Why can't you just be patient and wait your fucking turn? She's not even qualified, and yet she's gonna go out of her way and perform something illegal.
You should be fine to wait a little. If you hit an artery, you would have passed out by now.
That's comforting.
Use this instead. Lots of pressure. And soak it in cold water. The sweatshirt.
Oh, thanks. I'm holding.
Kit.
This was actually pretty confusing because this seems like it's about to spawn a romantic interest between the two here, but the kid looks like he's 13 and she looks like she's 18, so it seems like a huge age difference here. I don't know what the fuck goes on TikTok, but it just feels weird for the show to have these two be in like some kind of romantic situation.
26-year-old female, 3rd-degree burns, possible smoke inhalation. We couldn't get a line in.
What did you do to get arrested?
In prison, you're never supposed to ask about the crime.
Yeah, not even the writers could come up with a crime that was believable for Jack, so they just didn't even bother. Went with a little cop-out, which makes total sense. But as you can see, the tension's starting to rise. You know, I bet you're on the edge of your seat right fucking now, huh? You know, you got Kit in the emergency room right now. She's taking care of a boy who nearly lost his entire goddamn arm, nearly fucking bitten off by a shark, it looks like. And then you got another girl coming in with these 3rd-degree burns. Even Dr. Henry shows up, not to spoil it, but that was Dr. Henry you saw briefly, the man, the myth, and the legend. So, I mean, it's getting wild. It's really ramping up. We're reaching the crazy climax of episode 1 of Attaway General.
Come on, dude. You're the last one. You have to eat. Hey, don't ignore me.
Hey, Jack, maybe try a gentler approach.
Hey, that's mine!
Eat your food.
What are you doing? You can't just force him. Here, let me try. Stevie, sweetie, you need to eat to get big and strong and feel better.
No!
That little kid is the best actor in the entire show. I can really feel how annoyed he was to even be around these TikTok stars. And I guarantee this wasn't like the first take they're using. They're just such shit actors that this was the best take they had. They probably did this one scene for like 6 hours. They probably have like hundreds of takes of this scene right here. And this was just the only almost usable one.
It's actually really good. Let me show you. Delicious. Get ready for the choo-choo train. Chugga, chugga, choo-choo. How about the airplane?
If only someone had warned that little kid that Jack has been arrested before. You don't throw yogurt at a convicted felon like Jack. You don't poke that sleeping bear. Jack will steal your fucking Robux.
What are you doing?
Oh.
Don't come any closer.
I don't think that's gonna hurt anyone.
Depends where I put it.
Well, can't really argue with that. It's just, why though? But like, this scene doesn't make any sense. She's sleeping in the shed, and then she feels like she's being burglarized when someone comes in to get something from the shed. So she arms herself with a water bottle, and then threatens to stick it up his asshole or something. It's a good scene. Pretty good scene.
You're new TV, aren't you?
Nicely done, Sherlock. Now, what are you doing? Do you always sneak up on people when they're sleeping?
Actually, I had a reason to be in here. Some of us have work.
Am I supposed to congratulate you?
If you want to.
Yes. Of course. Well, you see, in the real world, that's called a sexual harassment charge waiting to happen right there. But I guess it's normal on TikTok, I suppose. Then again, on TikTok, almost every video has tongues sticking out, so I'm honestly surprised throughout the entire episode I didn't see any tongues hanging out. You know, I half expected the entire episode to be filmed with tongues out. Doing some of that shit or something. But we were spared the full TikTok experience, but still a very uncomfortable moment here. It's not very romantic, it just seems real rapey. You know, like, it's not really like a normal, natural way of showing these two characters might be interested in one another, just coming in like, if you want to.
EP's too low, I can't find a vein. I need more hands. You, come here.
It's our first day.
Get over here, come on. Grab on, right below the elbow and squeeze as tight as you can. Now don't worry about hurting her. Good, minute longer. And we're in. Keep up the rescue breaths. Good job.
Kit.
Kit, I'm Dr. Henry.
I know, you're amazing. I read your book. It was amazing, and that was...
Yeah, amazing.
Well, Dr. Henry, I'm gonna go against the grain here and say what you did was not amazing. In fact, I'd argue quite the opposite. What you did was the absolute bare minimum. This girl came in with 3rd-degree burns, so they called in the big guns, the specialist, Dr. Henry. And all he does is march up to the girl and give her a shot and walk away. He doesn't even do anything with the 3rd-degree burns or help treat her. He just comes up, there it is, there's the flu shot. Alright, my work here's done, thanks everyone. Like, what a fucking useless doctor. Like, how did he earn, like, the prestige? You know, Dr. Henry, I think, sucks. Didn't help with the 3rd-degree burns, did nothing. You know, shit, this girl, she's broken her leg, we need Dr. Henry. Oh, okay, I'm here, have we tried using essential oils? Okay, my work here's done now. Thanks, everyone. I'm going home.
Did I just say amazing twice?
3 times, I think.
We'll do anything.
Ho, ho, ho! Give it up for Mrs. Claus! What happened to you guys?
We've had to deal with a demon. We can't leave until he eats, but we've tried everything. Everything.
The way she's delivering all of her lines makes it feel like she's doing an as seen on TV product commercial. We've tried everything. But we haven't tried Just Dance 2020. Maybe if we get him dancing, it'll work up an appetite. Have you tried Just Dance 2020? Your whole family's gonna want to play it.
Pick your poison.
That one.
Excellent choice, and you can have her. But first...
You've got to be kidding me.
Thank you.
You earned it, kid.
The adrenaline was amazing. So first I stuck into the ER and there was this boy, he was bleeding everywhere. So I saved his life. And then Dr. Henry called me over out of all the nurses in the ER to help save this girl with third-degree burns. It was crazy.
While you guys are patting yourselves on the back, your patients are still in critical condition.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The girl with third-degree burns, she wasn't treated. Though it's not their fault. Dr. Henry just didn't do anything. So that's on his conscience. But what about the kid? The kid they were feeding is in critical condition. I mean, he seemed fine. Did they poison him with the food or something? How did that happen? But hey, you know, she says it casually, so I guess it's not that big of a deal.
Don't ever forget why you're here. But despite a few hiccups, you guys survived. Next week, try to be a little more professional. These will help.
Wow, this is so cool.
And that concludes episode 1 of this absolute banger of a show, Attaway General. I do have to wonder how this lady even knows what they did that day, because she wasn't in the episode past the first scene, so there's no way she could possibly fucking know what went on. But I guess she's just omniscient. She's got eyes everywhere. She was checking all the security camera feeds or something, I don't know. But anyway, what a great episode, and honestly, I'm excited for more Attaway General. What an absolute train wreck of a little YouTube show or TV show, whatever the fuck this is. It's incredible. That's it. See ya. Hello and welcome to my Grease dojo. Most likely when you look at me you see an alpha male, a very intimidating specimen that encapsulates everything it means to be a masculine man in today's climate. But, just like Qui-Gon Jinn says, there's always a bigger fish. Today I'm going to show you what a real alpha looks like. It looks like something straight off of a Greek god statue. Looks like something you'd only read about in the Bible. Basically what God wanted when he created men, but something went awry in the formula and we were left with only one true chosen alpha. And this alpha lives where all great men do, on TikTok. So join me as we take a look at the only alpha left in the world. Hopefully you're wearing pants you don't mind getting a little wet, panties you don't mind getting a little sodden, because you're going to need the disclaimer, because you're not dealing with just a man. You're dealing with the alpha.
My bitch got a body like Alba. What up, dog? I'm the alpha. So you better watch out, bruh. And that goes for anyone around us.
You beta male cuck. I bet you're shaking right now, just even looking, gazing upon the ethereal presence of the alpha. Oh, but wait, what's that, swag lord? You think you can Gangnam Style with his girl? Well, he's gonna repeat the message to you again. Since you clearly didn't understand the first time, you must have some kind of beta male force field that's blocking common sense and not recognizing threats when you see them. So, Alpha's gonna break it down for you again.
My bitch got a body like Alba. What up, dog? I'm the alpha. So you better watch out, bruh. And that goes for anyone around us.
He's beating your ass like a fucking drum, huh? You should have just listened to him the first time. He was very nice about it the first time, simply getting his girl away from you and informing you, hey, he's the alpha, so you better watch out, bruh. But then you came back, stepped on his toes again, and he had to beat the fuck out of you. Should have gotten the hint the first time. He shouldn't have to repeat himself. That's your fault. The reason you're spitting up blood right now in the emergency room with your butthole feeling a little sore, well, it's because you went near the alpha's girl. You should know better, and he warned you, and then he had to get a little aggressive.
Just cause I fuck you, that don't mean I trust you, I don't. You got some high hopes.
I don't know if this account is real or a joke, but I scrolled back to the inception of this dirty diaper of an account, and I didn't see any indication that they made it as like a satire account. From everything I can tell, he genuinely thinks he's the fucking alpha. And she pretends like she thinks he's the alpha. I don't know if I necessarily agree that he's like the ultimate alpha. I definitely think there's men that out-masculine this guy, such as like a Henry Cavill. But hey, maybe, you know, this guy's a close second. If you have only ever seen men at a Reddit meetup, this guy could very well be the alpha of that group. So yeah, that's fair. I absolutely love this shit. I love his, like, fucking karate off camera and shit. Fucking, I'm the alpha. Getting him with, like, some side kicks and some of these boxing maneuvers like it's a Tekken game. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I don't know if he does it earnestly or not, and you know what? It doesn't fucking matter to me, because he's crushing it. My man's out here open up cans of whoop ass on TikTok. Any fucking tough guys talking shit about his girl or him in the comment section, he probably personally DMs them a picture of his fist and says, "Knuckle sandwich delivery, order up, bitch." Or maybe he just profusely apologizes that they didn't like the content. Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't like it. That was actually quite mean, though. Take it back.
Hello? Hey! How are you? No, I can't hang out with you today. I'm just gonna hang out with a few of my friends today. No, I don't have a boyfriend, so I hang out with my friends.
Who is this? I know you're afraid of the alpha. This guy hung up. This guy's soft. You're cheating on me with that? Somebody who can't even speak to the alpha? You can do a lot better than that.
It's a prank, babe.
This one honestly feels like something Alpha wouldn't want you to see, where his girl is not satisfied and she's calling him a friend right to his face because she just shows so little respect towards Alpha. And then Alpha shows that he doesn't have a whole lot of self-respect either. He takes the phone and he's like, "Who is this? You're cheating on me with this soft guy? You could do so much better. Let me give you the number of some hard guys." It's like he was gonna be like her fucking agent or something and start setting her up with guys that are better than him. Yeah, no, this Joker here, he's not better than the Alpha, but I do know guys that are, if you'd like me to set you up. Like, it just seems real weak here. It just feels like this prank, he shouldn't have posted it, because the whole thing, he's been oozing pure testosterone and masculinity throughout his entire TikTok career, but this one, he looks kinda soft.
When he raised the pulls, she liked the way I
Good technique.
Make the ground shake.
Biker boy alpha male checking in now. This is when he's in his final form, his perfect cell evolution here. I would love to know the body count of this man. The amount of people he has beaten up off camera on TikTok is astounding. Half of the fucking videos on this page are him just throwing fucking haymakers right off a camera. I am wondering who the fuck is getting beat up over there and how many people. Because this guy's piling up corpses out here. There's just a lot to unpack with that one right there. And I don't think I need to. Just more good stuff, I guess, from Alpha. I was gonna put some makeup on myself with like a black eye, bruises and cuts all over my face, pretending like you just like beat me up or something, but it just wasn't worth the effort. Me doing that would be more effort than these two have ever put into anything they've ever fucking done on TikTok, and it just didn't seem worth it. But I do love the storyline here, the narrative they've constructed. So she was with Alpha, and then she got tired of Alpha. She said, "You know what, I just want a beta male, a nice guy beta male." And then she turns to that guy, and it turns out he's trying to fucking kidnap her and strangle her. And then Alpha comes to the rescue, saves her, beats his ass, and then beats my ass. I was just watching.
Okay, baby, so then we're gonna go like this. 1, 2, and then we're gonna turn it, and then 1. Do you see that? Okay, stop. I can't even see your face.
Diana, what are you doing? Diana, stop.
Why are you calling me
Stop
Diana?
Because that's your name.
No, but I like baby.
Now, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to hit you with the cold water. Most of the content I was showing you was Alpha's older content, where I believe he was more of a man. His recent, 10 posts are all about baby talk, and why baby talk is good. And you can see the dark spiral that's happening to the Alpha familia here on TikTok. I don't necessarily agree with the baby talk position being like an alpha thing, but I'm not like this, primordial alpha like he is, so I guess maybe I'm just not knowledgeable enough on the topic.
So I googled it, and it said that baby voices were healthy. Don't be a meanie, don't hurting my feelings. So this is 4 reasons why baby talk is good. So come here, baby. So number 1 is you get a text. You get a text to your partner. Number 2 is it gets you what you want.
That's true. Number 3, when she does it, I just want to protect her. And number 4, I really like it. And whatever the alpha likes goes. If you don't like it,
well, you can't argue with those points. Pretty bulletproof, watertight, and honestly, the only point that matters is that Alpha likes it. And if the Alpha likes it, then we're fucking idiots for not liking it. So, honestly, that's a problem for us, for people that don't like the baby talk. If the Alpha likes it, that means it is an objectively good thing. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. So yeah. For almost a decade now, pickup artists have been a very satisfying punching bag for the internet to joke about. I'm sure I don't need to give you a history lesson on what pickup artists are, or at least were, since they're kind of an endangered species now, which is great. But basically, they were just some guys who were giant douchebags faking confidence, would go around with a camera and a mic and shove it in girls' faces. Oftentimes the girls were drunk, and they just harassed them, sometimes even groped them, or asked them just weird questions like, would you mind if I snorkeled in your asshole tonight? Give me your number, babe. And go in for kisses. It was really a fucking weird trend, but it started to die out because A, people stopped watching it because it's so fucking uncomfortable, and B, some of them were actually getting reported to the authorities, so honestly a pretty dangerous career path to begin with. Sometimes they even tried to make it like a tutorial thing, like if you follow what I do in these pickup artist game spitting videos, you'll also be a pussy slang magnet, a master cock warrior. But basically, if you followed what they did in the videos, you wouldn't be a pickup artist, you would just pick up a bunch of charges. And I was under the impression that the whole thing was pretty much dead at this point until I watched Cody Ko's new video on TikTok pickup artists, and that showed me a disturbing truth, that TikTok has inspired a whole new generation of douchebags to pick up where the other ones had left off. Today we're just going to focus on one channel in particular that I went through. I only went through like a month's worth of videos, but there's hundreds and hundreds. This is going to be Eric.
She wants an open relationship. Yeah, I'm the man. Oh, he's the man. Come on now, you boys gotta have confidence. Let's go. What do you mean? Your girl wants an open relationship. Yeah, drop her. Get someone who's worth you. Oh! I said yes. I don't give a You're my friend. I don't give a Alright, so are we gonna date now? Because he's clearly out of the picture now.
Yeah,
so.
no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think are we dating?
Yeah, we're dating.
Okay, perfect.
Alright, what is your name?
Kenzie.
Kenzie, alright, Kenzie, let me get your number.
Okay.
This is Eric's most recent TikTok, and I have no fucking clue what was going on in this one. I couldn't follow the lore or storyline or anything. I really just don't get it. I can't comprehend what I was just watching. Eric is the man in the white shirt holding the microphone. I'm sure I didn't need to point him out to you. This wasn't like a Where's Waldo thing. I'm sure you immediately could guess which one was Eric here, because he's holding a microphone. If you see someone just holding a giant mic like this in public, it just lets you identify an asshole from a distance, really. What I find really interesting about this video, though, is the guy here looks exactly like Eric if he was significantly taller, better looking, and more muscular. They could have been brothers if his brother here was like a Viking who stole all of Eric's potential height and muscle mass in the womb.
But how old are you?
I'm old enough.
But you can't be like old enough for me though.
I like my women wise.
I don't know about that.
We'll find out.
I tell you, you read one Reddit post on how to be confident around women, and it's all downhill from there. You'll end up with a TikTok channel like Eric's. I just don't really get it. In like 9 out of every 10 of the videos he posts, he either gets flat out rejected or insulted right to his face. So I don't even know, like, if you'd even consider him a pickup artist. He's more of just like a catastrophe artist on the streets, while also making a ton of women extremely uncomfortable.
So you guys like nice guys or you like bad boys?
I like bad boys. I like when they're mean to me.
Wow. So you like it rough, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes it rough. Cool, well, I think you're pretty cute, so could I get your number?
Sure.
Alright, let me get your number.
Eric, she just said she likes bad boys. There's no way Eric is a bad boy. Eric's the kind of guy that would cry during hentai when his waifu is having sex with another 2D character. No chance, Eric. Once she finds out that you're not a hardcore, motorcycle riding, lacrosse playing badass, she's gonna leave your ass. But great work out there, Eric. You got the digits. I'm sure it wasn't a fake number.
So what's your name?
Kira.
Kira, I'm Eric. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How's your night going?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So, what do you have to offer me tonight?
What do you want?
Anything.
I mean, I don't know.
I want you.
I don't think Eric's ever even talked to a sober girl in his life. Every single one of his TikToks take place right outside of a bar or a huge party, and all the women are fucking hammered, absolutely annihilated. It's so uncomfortable to watch, really. And I don't know who even watches it to begin with. He doesn't even succeed. Like I said, 9 out of every 10 videos is getting insulted or rejected right to his fucking face. I'm surprised they don't just like spit on him when he comes around there with the mic with the amount of times he gets like absolutely blasted by the people he talks to. It's super weird, so even like the 11 or 12-year-old boys that watch this kind of garbage and dog shit probably wouldn't get anything out of watching Eric since he doesn't even succeed in the fantasy he tries to live.
Sensitive feeling that you've been here every night
Really?
looking for a girl?
No. Only tonight and only you.
Only tonight and only me.
That's right. But can I get your number real fast?
You can get my snap?
Alright, I don't take Snapchats. Bye.
Oh shit! Whoa! Derek is a madman! He doesn't fucking take Snapchats! Look at him! Look at him, you harpy! Does Eric look like a bitch? Does he look like a little turbo virgin pussy? No! He does not accept Snapchats, only hard phone numbers, baby. And that's all. That's all Eric deals in. That's his only currency. Fuck the Bitcoin. Fuck Dogecoin. He only deals in the currency that matters. Phone numbers. And getting rejected. Woo!
Do you think I can find a girlfriend out here?
Of course.
Of course?
You can.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, listen. It's coastal. It's not college, baby.
That's right. So wait, what about one of you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can be your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Really? So I can get your number?
Yeah, right now.
He's so savage. He just got 4 girlfriends at once. And he didn't even try. That's the power of Eric. Too easy, I say. He's playing life on easy mode. He's got God mode activated over there.
We're here with
Pirela Solis.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful. I can't even pronounce it. But how's your night going?
Pretty f***ed up.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I got super curious to see what the comments were saying about some of his videos, so I went to the comments on this one, and it looked like a fucking Twitch chat in the just chatting category. Unsurprisingly, this is like every comment here, and then there's Scott Kingdon down there. That's a yogurt I used to eat as a kid. I mean, Scott's going through it right now, man. I mean, he's on a whole nother level here. He's on a different plane of existence after seeing this video.
Community. Honestly, like for me, all I want for Christmas is you. You know how like Christmas is coming up, right?
Yeah, no Sherlock.
Yeah, that's why I'm dressed like Santa.
Pretty soon. Oh wow, I thought you were dressed up as a leprechaun.
Wow, you got jokes. Well, all I want for Christmas is you.
How sweet.
So get on your knee, bitch.
Whoa. Christmas was a rough time for Eric and his content. Santa Claus came by and left him nothing but coal and rejections and no after no after no and insult after insult. But unfortunately, Eric didn't give up. He kept making content. But he definitely did go through a bit of a rough patch here, a cold streak when it came to his pickup game.
Well, honestly, I'm looking for a girl tonight, and I was wondering what you guys had to offer.
What are you offering?
What am I offering? I mean, you can find out later in bed, so...
Uh-oh, ladies, be careful. Proceed with caution. Eric is getting into his zone. This is not a drill. You will no longer be able to resist Eric. Ladies, you will not be able to control yourselves around Eric's smooth talking.
Are you single?
I am single.
Alright, do you find me attractive?
Yeah.
So I can get your number.
I don't live here.
I don't either. So I guess we can just text.
True. Okay.
Alright, let's do it. Cool.
Zoom in on my face with my reactions.
Her friend's face really does say it all right there. That tells the entire story.
What's your name?
Megan.
Megan, are we in love?
No.
How can I find love out here?
Don't be a
And yeah, that about sums that up. She put it into a nice nutshell to sum up all of pickup artistry. So she really did put it elegantly there and right on the nose. That's really about it. There's a ton of pickup artists on TikTok, it seems, but Eric was the one I wanted to watch some of today. Keep in mind, this is only some videos over the last month, and he has so fucking many, it's crazy. I don't know how shame hasn't kicked in, considering the majority of these is him very, very much falling flat on his fucking face in the videos. So I don't exactly know why he keeps making them, but he's still on the grind, I suppose, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah. I'm not a man who scares easily. Horror games, horror movies, horror videos, they don't do shit to me. They don't frighten me even a little bit. And I already know there's going to be some people in the comments claiming that I'm afraid of cockroaches, and I just want to go ahead and put those rumors to bed once and for all. Yes, I realize in the past there's been times where I've encountered a cockroach and you've heard me screech and squeal and scream, but that's not because I was doing it out of fear. It's actually an offensive battle tactic. What I was doing was screaming to try and stun the cockroach with sound to overload it so it couldn't fly away, because in Florida we have palmetto bugs, which are basically flying cockroaches, so by screaming I stun it, kind of like how a banshee attacks. So just wanted to clear the air on that, not afraid of cockroaches. In fact, I'm just 10 steps above the standard cockroach hunting methods. I've employed advanced tactics which include the loud noises that I make. So I'm not afraid of that, but today I would like to share something with you that genuinely terrifies me. It's a TikTok account called Bugs Workout. When you click on a bug workout video, you have a 50-50 chance of seeing simulated rape. Literally about half of his TikTok videos are him in a situation where his goblin friends tie a girl's legs down or weigh them down, and then he comes in, takes off his shirt, and insinuates that he's gonna rape her. And his friends look on all excited and doing some of this, like there's some cartoon evil villains. Just look at his accomplice here, Slim Shady. I mean, he is smiling ear to ear. He looks like a kid on Christmas morning who's so excited he just saw that new bicycle he'd always wanted under the tree. But here, he's just excited to see his friend's cock as he fucks without consent. It's so creepy and weird. There is a ton of videos that he's posted just like this. I'll share just one more with you though. This shameless Cro-Magnon has clearly found his niche and he embraces it fully. I'm pretty sure there's not a single video on his TikTok account that doesn't have him shirtless, and I'm pretty sure the only workout this guy does is endless crunches. This guy's entire physique looks like it comes from a WikiHow guide on how to be a TikTok douchebag. It looks like he's neglected most of the other muscle groups, especially his chest. His chest looks really underdeveloped. Not like this titanium carbon fiber chest of an Adonis that I'm rocking. Watch these bad boys dance. Look at these milkers. Yeah, you see this? Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Can't really see it through a baggy shirt, but just take my word for it. These bad boys are a-bouncing. But anyway, as you would expect, people eventually started to question why he kept doing videos that were this rapey. People kept saying, you know, rape's not really a joke. Why do you keep doing this? Please stop doing this shit. So in response to all the people making a hoopla about his rape videos on TikTok, he decided to do the rape videos, but with a little bit of a twist, a bit of a positive message at the end of them. And just like that, bug workout ended rape. As you can see, a very positive message. If you're friends with a rapist, take your shirt off after they've tied up the woman, and then untie her and marry her, because she will be so grateful to you for not raping her. I mean, it's genius. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at another one. Hit the rapist with an Expelliarmus there, pushed him away with the force. It would have been better if it was the police doing this, I would think. But yeah, so this is his new trend where it's almost rape, but then we learn a valuable lesson that it's bad to do those things, I think, is what he's trying to get. I'm not really fucking sure, to be honest. But this is only the beginning. You know, he does a lot more than just fetishize rape in public. And the fact that he does all of these things in public, like these are just public stores, you can even see people in the background often in these videos, is beyond shameless and disturbing. But let's go ahead and see another thing that he also likes to do. Sexual predation in public as well. Taking pictures of women's panties, oh, the upskirts, pretty wild stuff. He has like 100 of these. There was just so many. I just decided to choose the most recent one. Also happens to be his newest TikTok that he uploaded today. So he's a big fan of this kind of shit. And I mean, just good content, I'd say. The reason why this account actually terrifies me is because there are people in the comments that aren't calling out how disgusting it is. There are people saying like, oh yeah, can't wait to try this, or damn, what a prank, or holy shit, this is so hot. And the fact that those little kids and the impressionable weirdos on there are taking this as like something to celebrate is terrifying.
Caption here, you need to pay attention to people before losing them. Oh, she didn't pay attention to him and he's surrounded by little girls? What?
This one comes from Leon Lush, who also made a video on him. This is just another example of something that makes me feel like he's a fucking creepy psychopath. I don't even understand the message here. His girlfriend wasn't paying attention to him, so then he went to a bunch of little children to give him love and affection. Like, it's so odd. This guy is just very fucking weird and creepy. Bug workout and the boys just love a good old gang bang, a big old gang rape there, and instantly producing a baby. Pretty fucking wild skit. Just boys being bugs, am I right? Just some bug boys being dude bros. Even when it's not reducing women to sexual objects to be conquered on his TikTok, he still posts some absolutely fucking dumb shit. For instance, this one here. The only good part of this video is his friend getting in a free foot sniff. You can see him just taking a huge huff. He's going in on those feety fumes. And he actually kisses it on the way up. So, I mean, his friend really enjoyed this TikTok, if no one else. I also don't really know why he was missing a shoe. That was probably the only way to bribe his friend to even be in it. Like, hey, be in my TikTok. Nope, only if you take a shoe off so I can sniff your shit. He said, fuck it. It's wild stuff. I think this is the creepiest TikTok account I've seen so far. 8 million followers. Over 8 million followers for this shit. That's why it's so scary. 8.3 million people saw this channel, this fucking degenerate douchebag, and were like, yeah, this is okay and entertaining. Crazy. That's about it. See ya. Another day, another awful TikTok challenge. The one we're talking about today is Devious Licks. And I actually think this is worse than the Tide Pod challenge, if you guys remember that, where kids were just eating Tide Pods and killing themselves or burning their stomachs. I actually think Devious Licks is worse than that, because at least Tide Pods, they're only hurting themselves. Devious Licks is just a massive inconvenience to everyone around them. So what is Devious Licks? It fucking sounds like a Harry Potter book, like Harry Potter and the Devious Licks. It sounds like a Death Grips album title. It's a really stupid name, but basically, it's a TikTok trend where kids in high school were going into their bathrooms and just stealing shit. So stealing soap dispensers, stealing entire sinks, stealing urinals, stealing the actual shitters themselves. There were actual kids just unscrewing the shitter, used poopied, pee-peed in toilet, stealing that and taking it with them to their house. I can only imagine the immeasurable disappointment the parents must feel when they find that hidden treasure their kid brought home, because it's gonna smell like asshole. It's a fucking toilet. So they walk in there and they see that their kid's not only a thief, but the dumbest thief on earth. They stole a useless biological hazard. You can't even sell the toilet. Like, there's nothing you can do with it except just throw it away. Now, Devious Licks wasn't limited to just stealing. No. It was much more elaborate than that, because if you couldn't steal something from your bathroom, you just destroy everything. You go full caveman brain and just break everything and call it a Devious Lick. So that's basically the trend. And as it continued to grow, it transcended the quarantine zone of the high school bathroom. It went from the bathroom to just the school in general, so they started stealing things like sinks outside of the bathroom, they'd steal lockers, they'd steal cars. It basically was just vandalism at the school property, and this shit's been fucking wild. The only thing I've ever stolen from school is this little bad boy right here, and I had to go out of my way to find him, but I remember stealing this. It's a little snowman Pez dispenser. He's pretty playful, he's pretty cool. Not really a devious lick, but I felt bad about it ever since. I stole that from a teacher's desk, I remember, because I thought it was just kind of cool because there was Pez in it, and it was like, yeah, that's kind of nice. So I took it, and God, the guilt has been overwhelming ever since. I pray to God every night that he forgives me for the sin. Can only imagine what these heathens are going through. But anyway, this has become such a widespread thing that entire towns are going in lockdown at their schools, fucking sounding the emergency sirens like aliens have arrived. It's DEFCON red alert out here. Devious Licks is the boogeyman that's marched into town. So the way some of the schools are dealing with this is absolutely amazing. I read about a couple schools that just outright banned using the bathroom during school hours without an approved time for it. So they had to take a field trip to the bathroom, and if you have to go before that field trip time, you're just gonna shit and piss in your britches. Like, those trousers are gonna get soiled because they don't want to take the chance, because it got so bad at those schools that they just outright forbid using the bathroom outside of their designated field trip bathroom time. And then the more common one that I'm seeing is you are not allowed to use the bathroom without a school-approved chaperone to be there to make sure that you're not doing anything devious in there. These are high schoolers, mind you, and their brains have been rotted so drastically by TikTok that they're now not allowed to use the bathroom without a fucking bodyguard to monitor them, because they can't be trusted to behave themselves while tinkling. It's crazy. Now, I wanted to show you a few devious licks that I found on TikTok, but I didn't record them in time. TikTok has banned all devious licks and the accounts associated with most of them, so all of those are now just lost to the fucking cyberspace, the cyber shadow realm. So I'm just going to show you a short compilation from Know Your Meme that did like a few of the bigger ones that were viral on TikTok, so that way you can at least get an idea of what these looked like.
Licks refers to a trend where TikTokers steal school equipment and flaunt it like trophies for all of TikTok to see, with everything from soap dispensers to security cameras on the line. The trend began on September 6th when a TikToker posted a video pulling a hand sanitizer dispenser from a backpack alongside the text, "Only a month into school," and got this absolute devious lick, as if celebrating school's return with the steal. The video got high school and college kids around TikTok excited, and within days, users were going viral left and right, showing off their devious licks, aka stolen goods. Some examples include a full microscope, a computer, a functioning paper towel dispenser, and an entire fire alarm ripped right from the wall. Some have taken the trend outside school walls.
As the guy mentioned, it did go beyond schools. Kids started stealing shit from all over the place and just calling it a devious lick, like movie theaters, churches, and things like that. So it wasn't just limited to schools, but that was absolutely the bulk of it. And it's been in the headlines for the last couple of days because it has been a huge deal for a lot of schools. It causes a lot in damage, and it's a massive inconvenience to the entire class because you're missing fucking entire toilets, A, and B, your school now has to have designated pee-pee times. So you better hope that your bathroom schedule lines up with the school's now. So obviously these kids were pretty proud of the things they stole, so they weren't shy of showing their names and faces with a lot of the shit, which has of course led to a lot of kids getting expelled for it. Imagine getting expelled because you were competing in a TikTok challenge to steal your school's paper towels. Like, how pathetic. Now, the thing is, you don't make any money off this, so these kids were doing it just for this idea, this wet dream of clout. On TikTok, these accounts weren't making anything. You have to like sign up for a TikTok partner program, and even then I think it's like $1 per 10 million views, which these were not getting, by the way, except for a couple. So it's not like they were really making money from doing this. They got expelled for nothing and got laughed at online by everyone except the brainwashed douchebags that were cheering them on in the TikTok comments. So that like brief dopamine hit of, oh, look at these 10 likes on TikTok was probably not worth getting expelled, but maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe I just haven't felt that true euphoric dopamine from a devious lick. You know, maybe that's what I'm missing. But yeah, a lot of these students have been expelled. They've been identified and publicly shamed in a lot of cases. So yeah, pretty rough, but they did it to themselves. It's a stupid fucking trend. It's really dumb. Somehow the bar keeps getting lower and lower for TikTok. Like the second you think they hit rock bottom with the worst content ever, they find a way to break through that plateau and find something even more stupid and fucking awful. But yeah, I imagine now that TikTok has banned devious licks, it's going to die right then and there. Because obviously they were only doing this for attention online, and since they won't be able to get that fixed, they won't bother. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were stealing from the bathroom just for the love of the sport. They just fucking loved collecting used urinals, you know? Like, hey, Charlie, don't you ever fucking say that again. I don't care about the TikTok clout. I stole this urinal because I fucking love to drink out of it. It's a great goblet. This is my new chalice. You know, I guess it's possible. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that love that shit. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Maybe a month from now, every bathroom near a high school will just be completely ransacked and dilapidated, and written in blood on the wall it'll say devious licks. You know, who knows? I imagine it's probably done now that it's banned, but we'll see. That's about it. See ya.